Most people think taqwa is just a feeling, something in the heart, something emotional. But taqwa is not only a feeling. Taqwa is an investment. Let me tell you what I mean. When people have a job, they open a retirement account, like a 401k, every month. A small amount is taken from their salary. They don't feel rich because of it. They don't see the money every day. But still, they keep investing. Why? Because they know one thing, one day they will need it. Now think, taqwa works the same way. You pray. You control your anger. You stay away from haram. You speak the truth. You help someone quietly. Nothing special happens that day. No applause. No reward in cash. No instant result. But something is happening. You are depositing taqwa. Every salah is a deposit. Every sincere dua is a deposit. Every time you stop yourself from sin, that is a deposit. Slowly, quietly, consistently. Many people say, I don't feel anything. That's okay. When you invest money, you don't feel rich on day one either. But the money is growing. In the same way, taqwa grows even when you don't feel it. Allah is recording it. Now listen carefully. If someone only waits for motivation, they will never build taqwa, because investments are not based on feelings. They are based on discipline. You invest even when you are tired. You invest even when you don't feel like it. Taqwa is the same. You obey Allah not because you feel spiritual, but because you trust the result. And the result is guaranteed. Allah promises it. The real profit of taqwa is not in this world. It is for the day every soul will stand alone. On that day, your taqwa account will be opened. And whatever you invested, you will see it. So remember this. Start small, stay consistent. Trust Allah. That is how real success is built. Now listen carefully. Most people do not lose their future. They are bad people. They lose it because they forget. They forget what really matters. Think about a person who has a 401k account. Years pass. Life becomes busy. Bills, work, family, stress. And one day, they don't even remember how much is in their account. Some people don't even check it for years. Not because they hate it, but because it is not in front of their eyes. Taqwa is exactly like that. It is invisible. You cannot touch it. You cannot show it to people. You cannot post it online. So people forget it. They wake up, they go to work, they scroll their phone, they sleep, days pass, weeks pass, years pass, and slowly, taqwa moves to the background. Not intentionally, but naturally. People remember deadlines. They remember meetings, they remember money. But they forget their soul. They forget to ask, how is my relationship with Allah? They forget to ask, am I growing or shrinking inside? And the dangerous part is this. When you forget taqwa, you don't feel pain immediately. Nothing breaks suddenly. Life still goes on, just like neglecting an account. One day, when you really need it, you realize the problem. The balance is low. In the same way, one day you will stand alone. No friends. No family, no followers, only you and your deeds. And that is when many people will realize they forgot to invest. They prayed sometimes. They obeyed sometimes. They repented sometimes. But there was no consistency. They were careful about dunya savings, careless about akhirah savings. This is why reminders are so important. This is why Salah comes 5 times a day. It pulls you back. It reminds you. It says, stop, remember Allah. This is why Quran repeats reminders, because human beings forget. So if you forget sometimes, that does not make you bad. It makes you human. But staying forgetful is a choice. The smart person is not the one who never forgets. The smart person is the one who keeps reminding himself, check your taqwa, like you check your bank account. Ask yourself simple questions. Am I praying on time? Am I avoiding what Allah dislikes? Am I sincere when no one is watching? These questions protect your future, because the biggest loss is not losing money. The biggest loss is forgetting Allah while thinking you are safe. Now, understand this part slowly. Many people think big actions bring big rewards. They think only something huge matters. A long donation, a big speech, a public act. Real growth does not work like that. Think about planting a tree. You don't plant it once and expect fruits the next day. You water it again and again, a little water every day. Some days you feel tired, some days you feel lazy, but you still water it. Why? Because consistency is stronger than intensity. Taqwa grows the same way. One prayer every day is better than many prayers once. 1 minute of sincere dua every night is better than long duas once a year. One small sin avoided daily is stronger than a big repentance after years. Allah loves what is consistent, even if it is small, because small deeds done regularly change the heart. They shape who you become. A person who prays Fajr daily becomes different. A person who controls his tongue daily becomes different. A person who remembers Allah daily becomes different, not suddenly, not loudly, but deeply. People want fast results. They say, I tried once, nothing changed, but growth is silent. You don't hear it, you don't see it. Until one day you realize you are stronger, you are calmer, you are closer to Allah. And this is the beauty of small deeds. They don't scare you. Anyone can do them. A short dhikr, a short prayer, a small charity, a kind word. These are easy, but when they become habits, they build mountains. The problem is not ability. The problem is patience. Most people stop too early. They want motivation, they want feelings. They want excitement, but Allah wants commitment. Do the deed, even when you feel nothing, do it, because Allah sees it. And remember this, on the day of judgment, you will not be asked how impressive your deeds looked. You will be shown what you did again and again. That is where small deeds become very big, so don't wait to do something huge. Start with something small and never stop. That is how Taqwa compounds. Just like a good investment, slow, steady, powerful. Now think about this carefully. Every investment has a time when it is checked. Not today, not tomorrow, but one day the statement arrives, you cannot avoid it. You cannot delay it. In the same way, there is a day when every soul will see the result of what it invested. That day is real. No filters, no excuses, no second chances. Everything will be shown. People think accountability is only about sins, but it is also about opportunities. What did you do with your time? What did you do with your youth? What did you do when no one was watching? On that day, there will be no guessing. Your deeds speak for you, your prayers, your silence, your patience, your struggles. Even the smallest action will appear. Something you forgot, Allah never forgot, and something you ignore, Allah recorded. This is why awareness is important. Not fear that paralyzes you, awareness that corrects you. A believer lives carefully, not anxious, not hopeless, but alert. He knows this life is temporary. He knows the real account is not here. That is why he checks himself often, before sleeping, before speaking, before acting. Not because he is perfect, but because he wants to be prepared. Imagine standing there with empty hands, not because you were evil, because you were careless. That regret will be heavy. But imagine standing there and seeing deeds you forgot, a prayer done quietly, tears shed sincerely, a sin you walked away from. That joy will be greater than anything you knew in this world. So remember, the balance will be revealed, not to embarrass you, but to show justice. Allah does not waste a single effort. Live in a way that your account makes you smile when you finally see it. Now listen to the most important part. Everything you do has a value, but that value does not come from the action itself. It comes from what is inside you when you do it. Two people pray the same prayer, same words, same movements, but they are not the same. One prayer rises, the other stays behind. Why? Because intention is the currency. Without intention, actions look full but are empty, like an account with no real balance. Some people do good deeds to be seen. Some do it to be praised. Some do it because others are watching. And some do it only because Allah is watching. That difference changes everything. Allah does not count how big the action was. Allah looks at why you did it. A small deed, done sincerely, can outweigh a lifetime of noise. And a big deed done for show can disappear completely. This is why purifying intention is a daily effort, not once, every day. Before you speak, before you act, before you post, before you help, ask yourself quietly, who am I doing this for? If the answer is Allah, you are safe, even if the deed is small, even if no one notices, even if no one thanks you, because Allah noticed, and that is enough. This also protects you from disappointment. When people don't appreciate you, it doesn't break you, because you didn't work for them, for Allah. This is the secret of strong believers. They are calm, they are steady, they are not desperate for recognition, because their account is with Allah. So build your taqwa on sincerity. Correct your intention again and again. Even if you fail sometimes, return again. Allah loves the return. And remember this, on the final day, when accounts are open, only one thing will matter. Not how much you did, but for whom you did it. That is the real profit. That is the real success. That is the 401k that never fails.